in the Lord is supposed to be liberating, exciting, never knowing what he's going to do next. When is the last time that God says something so exciting to you that you couldn't stand it? You couldn't even sleep. Your feet just shaking. You don't know whether to wake up or go to sleep or turn around or flip or what. When is the last time God challenged you and he was taking you out of here, showing you the world and said, baby, look at this. Look over there, baby. Look at what I made in that mountain. See how I curved out that little thing right there? That's bad, ain't it? It was against all odds. It was just him and his armor bearer. He went into the midst of the enemy. And check this out. He had but one sword, because the Bible said that only Saul and his sons had sword, because in that day it cost too much money for them to pay, because the Philistines made sure that all the blacksmiths were taken out of the land. So you couldn't even make a sword. You couldn't buy a sword. So he went into battle with one sword and an armor bearer. His first encounter was with 12 enemies. He slew all of them with one sword. He went to the enemy's camp and killed them in their own camp. And because he did that, fear broke out in the camp of the enemy. They said, we got one man with one sword down here killing everybody. We're sitting around here. Understand something. When you stay in a land that your forefathers and you got all these soul ties and cords attached to you, you cannot fulfill the destiny of your life, because the whole reason that God said come up is because every time you go up, you lose 2 or 3 cords that will hold you down. Grace. God has given us a measure of grace that not even the devil can kill you. So if the devil can't kill you and you operate in a certain amount of power, because just because you weren't in the Lord didn't know that you didn't, it don't mean that you didn't have power, because there's power in God and there's power outside of God. You understand what I'm saying? And so here we are, and we outside of God, and we have power, and we have people that followed us even though we was not saved. And so now we got this grace that's covered us. God has redirected our path, and now we have power under God when we didn't have power outside of God. And you mean to tell me that I'm going to get power and I'm going to have understanding and I'm going to have wisdom and knowledge and I'm going to go sit down, or it's going to be boring, or I'm just called a Spartanburg? Are you out of your mind? Part of the problem with us tonight is that we have been called to greatness, and we're sitting around trying to live our life in a place that was not designated for your blessing. Let me tell you something. Y'all sit down. Listen. God, look at what happened with Jonathan. Jonathan didn't get the miracle of destroying all the Philistines until he got up and did something.